This video complements your readings about the musical element we call melody. Most simply put, melody is the tune, what you might sing in the shower or whistle on the way to work. The ancient Greeks believed that melos, or melody, had the power to directly move the emotions and the intellect. This is a common way to think about melody to the present day. More scientifically described, a melody is a coherent succession of pitches. We differentiate melodies by their shapes, ranges, motion, register, and component parts, such as phrases. We might describe the shape of a melody in a variety of ways. For example, the beginning of the Christmas tune, Joy to the World, is descending. On the other hand, the beginning of On Top of Old Smoky is ascending. It arches up before settling. Another famous melody, the Ode to Joy by Ludwig van Beethoven, is much more wave-like. This is a gentle wave. The melody ascends a little bit, and then descends a little bit, and then ascends again. The range of that melody, Beethoven's Ode to Joy, is much more narrow than the range of Joy to the World. Or of On Top of Old Smoky. The range of the melody refers to the distance between its highest and lowest pitches. Another way to describe a melody is to talk of its motion, that is, to talk about how one pitch of the melody moves to the next. Pitches can move either by step, that is, by the interval of a second, or by leap, such as by the interval of a third, fourth, fifth, sixth, or seventh. Melodies that move by step, for the most part, and in predictable directions are called conjunct. Beethoven's Ode to Joy, again, is quite conjunct. In fact, most melodies of pop and rock are quite conjunct. Occasionally you'll hear a melody that moves mostly by leaps and that changes directions often. The opening melodic phrase for the Beach Boys' Good Vibration is actually unusually disjunct. It moves up by leap and then suddenly down and then up again and down, up, down. All of these melodies, whether it's the Beach Boys or Beethoven's Ninth Symphony, can appear in the low, middle, or high registers. And then back in the middle register. Melodies can also be broken down into component parts. You might think of a melody a bit like a sentence that is made up of phrases. Sometimes these phrases appear in call and response relationships in music. One musical phrase might seem to ask a question and another respond with an answer. We call the even shorter ideas that make up phrases motives or riffs. Motives or riffs are our smallest melodic building blocks, and they generally consist of no more than 5 notes. A simple riff that you already know is the repeated note melody that opens C Jam Blues. It consists of 5 notes, 4 of which are the same. And that's the riff. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 5th note is a little bit different. The most famous riff of all music is probably the opening to Beethoven's Fifth Symphony, at least in the Western world. This is also a good example of a riff that is used in a sequence. A musical sequence arises when a composer takes a riff or a phrase and repeats it at a different pitch level. So in the case of Beethoven's Fifth Symphony, we first hear the motive like this. Then we hear it a step lower, then back at the original pitch, higher, and even higher, and so on and so forth. Longer portions of melodies, such as phrases, can also be sequenced. You can hear this about 3 minutes into the Beach Boys' Good Vibrations. They sing, good, 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 good vibrations. And then they sing it once again, a step lower. Good, 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 good vibrations.
Good, 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 good vibrations. Good, 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 good vibrations.
Most melodies are based on scales, which are simply series of pitches put into stepwise order. We name the scale by its tonic or first pitch, and the order of the half and whole steps in a scale gives it its distinctive sound. We can see this by comparing the C major scale and the A minor scale. The tonic of the C major scale is C. There it is, ascending and descending. Here's the A minor scale. You can see from the screen that these two scales use the exact same notes and they use the exact same number of half steps and whole steps. They're just using them in a different order. In the case of the major scale, whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. In the case of the minor scale, whole, half, whole, half, whole, whole. Two other important scales for jazz and rock are the pentatonic scale and the blues scale. The pentatonic scale is found across the globe. As you might expect from its name, it has 5 pitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the tonic again. The blues scale is simply a pentatonic scale with one added pitch. We call that added pitch the blues note. So we take the pentatonic scale and we add one pitch. Right there. Right there. And it gives it a very bluesy sound. We'll talk more about scales as we talk about harmony in an upcoming video. But for now, go ahead and proceed to the reading, listening assignments, and video about rhythm. This concludes our video about melody.